Hi, this is the case study of Autumn, a 15-year-old chestnut Morgan gelding. I'm just going to give you a brief history on Autumn's life. Farmer Joe brought Autumn home in the fall of 2004 as just a little 6-month-old baby. His granddaughter Lila was just 5 years old when she first met Autumn, and the two hit it off. She would visit on the weekends and holidays and lavish him with attention and affection, and the two would spend every moment they could together. He grew into this beautiful, intelligent, and bright chestnut Morgan, and even got to enter him at a county fair competition one year. They didn't win anything, but they had a lot of fun. Graduated from high school and went off to college, and Autumn got to work with Farmer Joe, but he missed his Lila. Grandpa passed away. Lila felt a great loss because now both of her grandparents were gone. He had made to leave behind for her. And among some of the treasures he left for her was Autumn, for he knew she would love him and take good care of him for the rest of his life. During the process of a routine purchase exam, which is routinely done whenever a horse exchanges hands, the veterinarian performed a complete physical exam, and everything was within normal limits except for a slightly elevated temperature of 101.8, with the normal being 99.5 to 100.5. So he just advised her to monitor the fever. He also ordered the typical x-rays, UA, CBC, chem, and an ELISA test. The x-rays, UA, CBC, and chem all came back within normal limits, but the results of the ELISA test came back positive. And also, due to the high rate of false positives with ELISA tests, it had to be confirmed with the auger immunodiffusion method, which is also called a Coggins test. And the auger immunodiffusion, or Coggins test, came back with the lines of precipitation, that little triangle you see in the middle, which confirmed the positive results. And she was advised that since he tested positive for a disease that's regulated in the United States, the veterinary medical officer from the Department of Agriculture would be contacting her to obtain another blood sample for confirmatory testing and to quarantine. She now had two choices: quarantine for life or euthanize. Because there is no known treatment or cure for this disease, and there's also a possibility for the patient to remain asymptomatic for quite a while, there is a possibility that they can actually live a long life. And there was no way that she was going to euthanize him, but she also had nowhere to keep him. And she remembered all the good times they had together, and she searched the internet for somewhere to place him, a rescue or a sanctuary. And it was a serendipity when she found Friends, which used to be called Second Chance Ranch. It's located about 165 miles south, and she had no way of getting him down there, so she contacted the owner, and the owner agreed to pick him up. And 3 years later, Autumn is thriving and remains asymptomatic. Lila graduated from college and moved 10 miles from the sanctuary and is now employed full-time there. So their days are spent together, and she cherishes every moment they have together. Do you think you can deduce the diagnosis for Autumn? The hint was the auger immunodiffusion test. Thank you for listening.